A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to I Found It First. And so for today, let's go and talk a bit about Thomas and Friends. Yeah, back in the day, they were a huge influence in my life. The franchise itself was huge in my childhood, and I'm sure a million other people out there on YouTube will be able to come to this channel knowing that they have a similar touch in their heart and mind, knowing that as a kid, they themselves have had a lot of influence from the series, the books, the toys, and anything else that they had to offer. But throughout the 2000s, I was really well known for collecting Thomas and Friends related media of all sorts, and whatever else I can get my hands on. This is one of a few dozen videos that I actually put together that were in relation to the many toys that I collected from Thomas and Friends. This one in particular showcases the Sodor Steamworks engine Victor hauling a few cars around a layout of track that I built in my own room at one point. And with that in mind, it's pretty important to know that this sort of thing is still relevant because, believe it or not, Hot Wheels hilarity is one unique example of how I'm still a big toy collector, a reviewer of most products for kids by all means. And Thomas and Friends may not have grown on me as much as it used to, but it's safe to say this was sort of a starting point in my life that I could use to take advantage of such large known brands, Hasbro, Mattel, Kenner, or anything else that I could have possibly seen in my life, and just buy a lot of products. Throughout the 2000s and 2010s, up until the point where I was around 12, 13 years old, when I started getting into Nerf and Hot Wheels a little bit more than usual by this point, I eventually retired Thomas and Friends related stuff. I sold off my huge collection back in the day at this point. Since then, Hot Wheels and Nerf have pretty much been the dominance factor in my life when it comes to toy collecting and reviewing on YouTube or elsewhere. Yet, there are a lot of videos that I actually shot with Thomas and Friends related stuff that I've collected over the years. So do be prepared to see a lot of that stuff over time. But for now, make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.